Welcome back to MCRC. Now, let me tell you that this is a long overdue video. I should have done this a long time ago and let you guys know what was going on. Let me tell you. We kind of got out of the RC community for a minute there. I just tore down the old RC course, and now I'm building a new indoor rock crawler course. So, it's winter. It's about the same time that I built that one last year. So we're building a new indoor rock crawler course that'll actually be more scale and actually be able to crawl with the 24 scales really good. And also make it for the RC4WD's because they're coming out now. The old course was fine, but the new course is going to be more scale. It is going to be more realistic looking. I'm not done with it. We've got a lot to do. I have now ordered plaster. It is coming. It is on the way. As you all know that have built or watched RC crawler videos or course videos, you should know that plaster is probably the best bet for building your rock crawler indoor rock crawler course. I've also found out that using spray foam is not always the best idea. Use a little bit of grout. What I mean by grout is literally you can basically add water to a mixture, a powder, and then it creates concrete. And it's awesome. It gives the trucks traction. It's really nice to crawl over, and it just looks really good, and you can make some pretty cool hills. Like my zombie Mount Rushmore. It's very awesome. I've got some hills back here for the RC4WD's. This crawler course is basically built just for the RC4WD's and the 24s. So we'll have a couple people come over and hang out and crawl on the course once we get done. We've already had some people come over and crawl on this thing, and it's been a hell of a fun time. Now, this is what I'm building for my 24 scale, but I got to build another truck because this is my AX1, and it is an awesome truck, but I cut the chassis on it, so I can't fit this little Toyota body. And I want that Toyota body on a truck because I like it. Now, coming over to the 110 scale. Yes, we do got 110 scale. From the very first two videos that you have saw, I don't care. You guys only knew about the 24 scales. You guys didn't even know that I was into the big 110 scales. No, not really. That's because I wasn't at the time. I was doing planes, and I was just kind of getting into the RC trucks, and I didn't know too much about it. Well, I learned about motors, I learned about tires, and I learned about ESCs and servos, and I figured out what I like best and what I don't like. So I went with the Fusion SC in this guy, which I'll get to in a second. This guy has... If I can stop dropping... All right, so I got the Spectrum ESC here. I've got this ESC in there. I've got that servo, which is nice. But anyway, that's beside the point, okay? I've also learned about program cards a little bit as well. Let's get into this guy. This is the RC4WD Miller Motorsports. This is an awesome buggy, let me tell you. It's beautiful looking. I love it. But it has been the worst RC that I've had. The pain in the ass. Literally have driven it 2 times for 5 minutes each before the C-hub has broken and the steering knuckle has broken. So, I've ordered the new C-hub. We're waiting on it to arrive from Amazon. It'll be the aluminum. And, yeah, we've already got the aluminum steering knuckle because, let me tell you, when I very first got this truck, I took it out for 5 minutes with my buddy at work, okay? Literally have driven it to fire, not even 5 minutes, turned it around, no donuts, no drifts, didn't really know what I was doing with the controller or nothing, because I had just bought the truck. I didn't, I was trying to learn the buttons, so I wasn't going too hard or crazy on it. I was literally on asphalt. And turned it around, and I noticed that the steering links were dragging on the ground. How it happened, I don't know. I literally driven it a little bit, and then turned it around, noticed the steering links were dragging, brought it back to me, and yeah, the steering knuckle was broken. Well, replaced it a couple days later, and got the aluminum one, of course. And then the C-hub, same thing. I went out on Christmas Eve, showed my brother and my stepdad, did the exact same thing on asphalt, driven it for 5 seconds, driven it down, turned around, and noticed that the wheel was literally on its face. dragging like this across the ground. I was like, what the hell? So I picked the truck up again, and sure enough, it was the little C-hub. So they're all plastic parts. Obviously, it was cold, so that probably could have took a play in it. I don't know how to say that saying. Either way, I mean, there's all kinds of things that happen. It is part of the hobby, but it does suck that that fucking truck is $500, and it has been literally out for 10 minutes tops. Like, I mean, it literally just enough to pull the trigger a couple times. Yeah, literally not even 10 minutes tops, and it's been just broke the whole time. And it's been about 3, maybe 4 weeks now that I've had the warmer. So that brings me into today's video. Is going to be not a tutorial, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but a rebuild. I'm rebuilding the C-hub and the steering knuckle on my Eric Miller Motorsports RC4 drive. Finally got the new C-hub, the aluminum C-hub from RC4 drive. Now time for the installation. All right, so I have figured it out. After long due searching, our steering links are on weird. They need to come off, and I need to straighten them up. So this one actually needs to be down here. This one needs to be up top. So we're going to go ahead and do that off camera, and then I'll be back, and we'll put this thing together. All right, so we got that steering link placement correct now, I do believe. Rebuild the steering knuckle now. Almost done, really. That turns nice. Okay, cool. Okay. Now, this little guy right here is my worst nightmare. Very thin and little thing that I can barely ever grab. Oh, you know what? We're forgetting to put this on first, I think. Yeah. So what we're going to do, because this is going to be where the brake pad sits, we're actually going to... I actually need to get the brake pad on probably first before I start putting that on. Right? Is that correct? No. No? Okay. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and put this on into this hole right there. But, as you see, I can't get that all the way back in there. So I might have to retake this thing off and try to get that back in there. I don't know. I'm going to set you guys back up, though. All right. We finally, after long hours of hard work, a lot of tedious struggling and everything like that, and redoing, okay? I can't tell you enough on how many times that I had to take the tire back off, take the steering knuckle back off, take the steering C-hub back off. There's been so many things that I've had to redo because I put it on upside down or backwards or just not the right way or just wasn't fitted right or something. But she's officially done. And I gotta tell you, she looks gorgeous. It's an amazing side-by-side rock crawler RC. I don't even know if this is considered a side-by-side or not, but dude, this thing is badass. I gotta say, it looks gorgeous, but you gotta upgrade your plastic moving pieces. And I mean, that's your C-hubs, that's your steering knuckles. Hell, I mean, I would even upgrade your, I don't know about your drive shaft. A lot of the drive shafts are okay. Maybe I'm kind of seeing those breaking soon, some point or something. I don't know, but yeah, dude, definitely upgrade those steering knuckles and the C-hubs. With the aluminum, don't get the plastic. The plastics are trash. They're cheap enough, and they can easily be shipped from Amazon or RC four-wheel drive. All right, I'm going to try to do this with one hand. This is a little bit of a steep hill here. This is on two-wheel drive right now. This is not on four, and definitely getting stuck, but as you can see, that's just two-wheel drive. Now let's just go to all-wheel. Once again, I'm doing this with one hand, so it is a little tricky, but let's go in the high gear force four-wheel drive. So as you can see, that's with the diffs off. And it does want to go. It is struggling a little bit, but it does want to go, and you can tell it does. So we're going to turn on the differential locks, which is this button right here on the right. So once again, it's on, and I don't know if you heard the truck or not, but it should be able to crawl right up that now. And if it don't, well, we'll put it in high gear, and we'll be able to just crawl right up that. No problem whatsoever. This buggy is very capable. Of course, it's not your regular crawler. But it's a basher. It's a rock racer. And this thing is actually really awesome. I am digging it very much so. The GoPro is doing great inside there. Everything seems to be awesome with this buggy. And I'm going to go ahead and switch it back over into two-wheel drive and turn them locks off. And I do have an extra button for lights or something, which I do not have in the buggy. But once again, we're all back in two-wheel drive, and we're going to go ahead and drive over here, see if I can make it up this on two-wheel. I'm still in high gear, so let's go ahead and take it out of high gear. Let's put it in four-wheel drive, see if I can make it up it. And of course, I do not. So let's turn those diffs back on. And I should be able to just crawl right up it. If not, we'll put it in high gear, and we'll be able to do it that way. For sure. Like ease. All right, see if I can do this with one hand. Get it up there, nice. It went up there. Let's see if I can get it to not stay. It fell back down. No worries whatsoever. I think I just lost control of it for a little bit, but that's okay. So now we are in four-wheel drive. Low gear. We're in four-wheel drive low, and we can go in high as well. We have that option, which is very nice, very great, but I don't think we're going to use it as of right now. And we got the trails over there. All this is really trails. There's just a lot of leaves and stuff at the moment because it's winter. It's dead smack winter. So these are not cleared off to the max, but as you can see, there's some trails right there that will go on, and I'll try to do it. I would love for somebody to be with me. Also, you guys didn't see in the video that I added my GoPro to the cab of the vehicle, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to turn the camera off and try this for a little bit, play around with it, and then I'll come back onto the video and we'll try some of the courses with one hand. All right, playing around with this thing. If you're rock crawling, you do not want to have it in high gear on this gear. On the actual rock racing mode, it just doesn't want to climb. It wants to back up and just not do what it needs to do. I definitely need some weighted wheels in this guy. I need to program the brakes a little bit more too, because as you saw, that was not me, and it was just kind of sliding. So I need weight. I need some extra torque on it. I think I want to put the Fusion SC motor in it, because I think that motor would be really awesome. It is a brushless system, so it should be pretty good, but I definitely think that it could be better with your weighted wheels and a different motor in it. And I don't think you want to have it in four-wheel drive or even in four-wheel low or anything like that when you have it in that high gear setting. It just does not want to do anything. You can have your diffs on. That works just fine. But as you see, it's not wanting to gear right there. It did not want to gear, so we're going to go ahead and put it back in four-wheel drive, turn the high gear off, keep the diffs on so we can get out of this. But if we're in crawl mode, then this is going to be fine for your big hills and such like that. Obviously, keep your diffs locked and maybe even keep your four-wheel drive on. It just helps out a lot with this buggy when you're going up hills and stuff because of the weight. Like I said, if I add some weighted wheels to it, and which I do, I don't know if I'm going to add, I'm just going to probably add the wheels weighted. I'm not going to change the tires. I do like the tires on it. I just want to change the inserts, and I want to change the motor in it. But other than that, this buggy's been so good so far. Really, really capable. I'm still in... See, that's just drag brakes, I think, if I'm right. Let's go over on these hills. These hills are fun. I should be able to make it up these, no problem. What am I? Four-wheel drive, I think. I think I am in four-wheel drive, and I do have my diffs locked. A little bush kind of kept us going a little bit. Oh, I think we can make that though. Let's try the, let's go ahead and turn the two-wheel drive. Let's turn diffs off. Let's turn that full gear thing on. Let's turn that diff back on, actually. We're gonna need that. Okay, let's take it out of that mode first. Let's get out of this. This is just with one hand, so it is... Oh, we flipped it, and we landed it. Nice. Okay, so... Once again, in two-wheel drive, let's go in four-wheel drive to get out of this. Four-wheel drive really just helps this buggy out, I swear. Buggy's really nice in four-wheel drive. All right, let's take that out of four-wheel drive. Let's keep the diffs turned on. Let's put it in high mode real quick. Let's see if I can even get up in this. I don't think I'm gonna. All right, well, let's get out of this section then. Let's get up here in a flatter surface. Somewhat of a flatter surface. Okay, let's put it back in two-wheel drive. Let's keep the diffs turned on, and we're gonna go in high mode. It just doesn't want to go up that. I don't want to take this thing in four-wheel drive on the high gear like that. I just think it really messes it up. It's not really meant for that, I don't think. Well, all right then. All right, totally in four-wheel drive, low gear. This thing makes it up no problem. I can't see it. There it is. Looks gorgeous up there. Let me see if I can get a cool shot of that. Let's zoom in. Hello! I'm coming down the hill when I don't want to. There we go. Okay. Let's try to do this with one hand without it flipping. Oh, it flipped, but it's okay. The GoPro's all right too. Let's check on the knuckle. Let's check on the steering hub, or the C-hub, I should say. Everything looks fine in there. Oh yeah, nothing looks broke, so that's good. All right, let me get it out of here without the camera, and I'll take it back up. All right, this is the hill that everybody has problems on. I think I'm gonna have that same problem. I don't think I'm gonna make it up that. That is a steep hill, and not a lot of people make it up that anyway with their, this buggy is stock besides the aluminum steering hub, or the C-hub, and the what do you call it? The knuckle. Everything else is stock on this buggy. And yeah, with it having weights and having extra oomph to it, I think this thing will be badass. I think this thing will really do good for us. I just put it in high gear on accident. Let's take it back out. It's really hard to steer with this controller with one hand. Or transmitter, I should say. But this is a very, very capable buggy. I'm very impressed with it now that I got the aluminum steering knuckles and everything. This buggy does really awesome. Your typical problems, I mean, like I said, just weight and everything like that. This is also a pretty steep hill. Let me go ahead and come out with the camera a little bit, just like so, if I can, if it'll let me. All right, there we go. So this is a steep hill. I think I'll be able to make it up it. I've been able to make it up with some of my other buggies. I don't actually know if this is going to make it up it. And we're struggling a little bit, but let's go on four-wheel high. Okay, that's on four-wheel high now. Yeah, just weight, man. That's all this thing needs is extra weight and a little bit more torque on that motor, and I think this thing will be awesome. All right, we're going to take it out of four, put it in two-wheel drive, keep the diffs turned on, keep that. Those tires are just wanting to dig there. All right, we'll go here. Yeah, man, it doesn't want to do that in four-wheel drive. It just doesn't. And then it unbinds. I don't know. That's weird that it does that. And if I do this, turn this truck off, turn it back on, take it out of high, it's good to go. It's back to normal. Put it back in four-wheel drive real quick. And it wants to go. Let's see if we can make it up this. Yeah. Like ease. Not a lot of people struggle with this hill unless they go right where I just did, and I'm struggling a little bit, but if I had weight, I think I could make it. I really do. I think I can make that with a little bit more weight. Oh! So a tiny bit of struggle on this hill, but not bad. If I had weights, I think I could definitely do it. I put my hand on it, just a little touch of it, and it went right up. So I think the weight would definitely do a difference on that. I'm going to bottom out a little bit here. Not too bad, though. Get right over that. Nice. All right, this is what we're going to do. So typically you can turn right there and go down, or you can go past that tree. I think we're going to try to go past that tree. Absolutely no problem there. Absolutely no problem. This thing is very, very capable. And it's just awesome to look at, too. I love this buggy. We got some more courses back there, but as you can see, the trees the leaves kind of took over of that. We got some more trails in that holler right there. It's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see where the trail goes. And then obviously that is a trail system as well. There's some trail system in that holler there. And then obviously that's where we just tried to crawl up at the very beginning of this. Yeah, we're just still building. There's still more to be built. And we got a lot of woods here to play with. So I think that's enough of me messing with the camera. And I'm just going to try this buggy out, play with it for a little bit, see what it can do. And I'll come back in the video out and give you guys my honest opinions about this buggy. The RC four-wheel drive Miller Motorsports. Is it a rock crawler? Yes. Is it a rock racer? Absolutely. Is this buggy capable? Absolutely. This buggy is a great buggy. It's awesome. I definitely recommend it, but I do not recommend it for just beginners. I do not recommend it for kids. If you were to buy this buggy, just know what you're getting into. Please do your research on it and be able to know where you're going to be able to find your parts at, because you're going to be replacing things on this thing. I would totally suggest getting rid of all the plastic steering knuckles, hubs, everything like that. Get aluminum or brass. They do make them. But I just have aluminum at the moment. I do want to switch to the brass because I want to add some weight to this guy. That's also my other downfall with this guy, is it needs some weight, especially in the front half. To get up some hills. But other than that, this thing's freaking awesome. I'm absolutely loving this now that I have it dialed in and just played with it for a while and got to really learn this buggy. It is awesome. It's great. The GoPro mount did hold up, so that's great. We will get some videos with that eventually. Yeah, I would also change out your wheels to heavier weighted wheels if you want to crawl with this thing, if you want to get up some nasty hills. Add some weight. I also think that the differential locks on the front need to be changed or do something different with the diffs completely, because they don't always engage. And I don't know if I just need to pull the slack out of that wire just a little bit. I don't know. But this thing is totally awesome, completely capable, and I definitely recommend it. Just not to beginners. I don't recommend it for kids. I definitely recommend it for people that are experienced. I am not even totally experienced for this thing. But, yeah. So, please be aware. Know what you're getting into. And that wraps up today's video of MCRC with the RC four-wheel drive Miller Motorsports. Very capable buggy. Very excited to get it back out on the course now that I put the screw back into the knuckle, because I did have a screw that disappeared on me. So just make sure you put all new screws in this thing. Put aluminum or brass knuckles, hubs, things like that. Get some weight for this guy as well. I would change out all the screws. Just change out all the screws. When you first pull this out of the box, make sure every screw is tightened before you, if you don't get the new screws, just completely tighten everything before you even get this thing out, because you will break it. You will lose some screws. This thing is high speed, high torque. It's ready for some beating, but it needs a little work before you do that, because this thing has been down 2 times in 1 week on the very first go. 5 minutes. I mean, I already talked about it. I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to end the video out. But, yeah. And stay tuned Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you guys want to see some more of the indoor rock crawler course, because I have plaster on the way. It should be here by now. Actually, I need to check my mailbox. I forgot to properly end the video, but we got a bonus clip here with the Miller Motorsports RC four-wheel drive going down Rift Hill and going back up, and then I crashed it and broke the steering knuckle. So I got to get that fixed. Enjoy.